Hello and welcome to this weekend's episode of The Winning Post powered by the Serum Institute of India. I'm Chaiti Narula. This weekend's episode of The Winning Post is back to the seams with horse racing action from England and all the way from the United States of America as well. Let's take a quick look at the headlines on the show. First up, a review of Ladies' Day from Epsom with a look at the Epsom Oaks. Plus a review of the greatest flat race in the world, the Epsom Derby, as well as a quick look at the results of the Investec Coronation Cup. And finally, a review of the Belmont Stakes, the final leg of the US Triple Crown. Well, the Epsom Downs in England played host to a lot of horse racing action this year on the 6th and 7th of June as it played host to the Investec Derby or the Epsom Derby. All the action from the Derby weekend, but first up, let's start off with the running of the Epsom Oaks 2014. The ladies have their fair share of glamour and reverence at the English Classics. One race where the fillies battle it out in much style on the turf is the coveted Epsom Oaks, a day that brags of woman power. The Epsom Oaks was conceived of and planned by the Earl of Derby and is named after his estate, the Oaks, at Carshalton. It is a Group 1 flat horse race for 3-year-old fillies run over a distance of 1 mile, 4 furlongs and 10 yards, or 2,423 meters. The first edition of the race was won by the Earl's own horse, Bridget, and has since been won in impressive fashion by names like Sun Princess, who took home the race in 1983 with a stunning 12-length lead, and Jet Ski Lady, who won at 50-1 odds in 1991, and of course Ouija Board, the 2004 winner, who has gone down as one of the better winners of the race since the turn of the century. This was the 235th running of the race, which serves as the middle leg of the fillies' Triple Crown, preceded by the 1,000 guineas and followed by the St. Leger. The race this year was run in memory of legendary trainer Sir Henry Cecil, who died in June of last year and saddled 8 Oaks winners in his illustrious career.
Lady Carla storming clear. What a most impressive win. To take it at the line, Reeves the first wins it. Comes home to give Henry Cecil his 6 Oaks. Ram Ribbon has drifted to the centre of the track, but she's holding them off, and it's Love Divine. And
inside the final 50, it's an 8 Oaks for Henry Cecil. Light shift has seen off Beacon Ford in a great job for the Oaks.
The runners list this year included 17 names. The favourite, however, was the Aidan O'Brien-trained Marvellous, who was coming into the fray on the back of a victory in the Irish 1,000 guineas. She was ridden by Joseph O'Brien. Another one who was a premier challenger was the DK Well-trained Tarafasha, ridden by Pat Smullen, as well as the Luca Kamani-trained Volume with Richard Hughes on her back. The John Gustin-trained Tagruda too was one of the foremost contenders, with Paul Hannigan holding her reins.
All set, handler moves away, and they're off and racing in the Investec Oaks. On a bound, was a little slow out of the stalls. In Chiller was another one who was a little bit slow to gather stride. Early on, Regarde is one of those out well. Anipa is also racing in a handy position, and widest out on the course is Volume. Dazzling moves forward in company with Tagruda, who's got a handy spot early. Marsh Daisy Marvellous settles in midfield. Tarfasha's Black Cat with Itimal coming next with Momentous as they climb the hill through the first couple of furlongs. At this stage, Palace, Island Remedy and In Chiller are the 3 that are slightly detached from the others. Just preceding them, we have Lily Rules, who races on the inside of Madame Chiang on that one's outer, and Anipa also in that little cluster moving forward wider out. So after a couple of furlongs, it's Volume who's crossed right over to lead by just over a length or so from Regarde, who races in second place as they work their way down the side. Dazzling races in third, Marsh Daisy on the inside of Anipa. Tagruda races on the outside then of Marvellous as they make their way up through the next couple of furlongs. Tarfasha is also in that little cluster together. Racing midfield, Amazing Maria from Momentous, who races on the outside of Madam Chang. Then Itimal in company with Honour Bound, who's made a couple of places. Lily Rules is still towards the back of the field as they begin to make the turn. Island Remedy, another one who is towards the tail. Inchilla also ridden patiently as Volume under Richard Hughes leads the turn downhill. So it's Volume who leads, Dazzling in second, Regarde racing in third, half a length away. In fourth is Anipa, Tagruda's on the outside of Marsh Daisy racing in fifth and sixth place. Marvellous on the inside of the other Irish raider Tarfasha. Then towards the inside, Madam Chang for a momentous Amazing Maria as they begin the descent. And out in front it is Volume who shows the way. In second place, Dazzling. In third is Anipa on the outside of Regarde. Tagruda improves. Same owners, Tarfasha in the black caps on that one's heels with Marsh Daisy. Then Momentous. Marvellous is pushed along towards the inside at this stage as they straighten. It's Volume who leads with just over 3 furlongs to travel in the Oaks. Tagruda coming there strongly. Tarfasha in the noseband. Dazzling, Marsh Daisy, Regarde up the rails. Marvellous under strong pressure trying to run on. Itimal from a long way back as Volume is pressed now by Tagruda in the striped cap. Tarfasha in the white sheepskin noseband, but it is Tagruda who's moved through the lead. Tarfasha, Volume, Inchilla running a massive race, trying to thread the needle. Tagruda it is who leads with over a furlong to go by a couple of lengths from Volume. Tarfasha, Inchilla out of luck. Itimal stays on, but this at the moment is a one filly race, and that one filly is Tagruda, unbeaten, and Tagruda makes it 3 out of 3.
Tagruda swept to the front for a convincing victory by 3 3/4 lengths over second place finisher Tarfasha, who handed owner Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum a 1-2. The third place was taken by Volume, while favourite Marvellous finished down the field at 6th. Tagruda is the daughter of 2009 Derby winner See the Stars and provided her owner Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum his third Oaks win after Salsaville in 1990 and Iswara in 2005. Paul Hannigan was riding in the race for the first time, and it was trainer John Guston's first victory in the Classic at his 10th attempt.
Well, Tagruda there winning the Epsom Oaks 2014. We'll bring you all the action from the Epsom Derby as well. Time now for a quick break right here on the Winning Post. All this and more on the other side. Well, thank you for staying with us on the Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India, and welcome back. As promised, we bring you all the action from the Epsom Downs from the Epsom Derby weekend 2014. And on this segment, let's take a look at the running of the biggest race of the season, the Epsom Derby 2014.
In any racing country, the mention of the word Derby immediately refers to the best horse race. And the Epsom Derby is the original that has spawned other derbies in countries the world over. There is no other race in the world that is so rich in history and holds the kind of prestige that comes with the Epsom Derby. It is Britain's richest horse race and the most prestigious of the country's 5 classics. Popularly known as the Blue Ribbon of the Turf, this race serves as the middle leg of the Triple Crown, preceded by the 2000 Guineas and followed by the St. Leger. The race is run at the hallowed Epsom Downs over a trip of 1 mile, 4 furlongs and 10 yards or 2,423 meters. Over the past decade, some thoroughbreds who have kissed the turf to win this prestigious race include Camelot, Pumua, Motivator, New Approach, Authorized and Ruler of the World, to name a few. This year was the 235th running of the greatest flat race in the world. This year's running of the Derby saw 16 3-year-olds come into the fray. All eyes, however, were focused on the Aidan O'Brien-trained Australia, who ran third to Night of Thunder in the 2000 Guineas, but was pegged to win this one with Joseph O'Brien on his back. Roger Varian's Kingston Hill too was one to watch out for, with Andrea Atzeni on board. Another one who looked like he had a chance here was True Story from Said bin Surur's yard, ridden by Kyron Fallon, who had run third in the Group 2 Bedford Dante Stakes.
Beautifully under Joseph O'Brien, and we're just about set.
And they're off and racing. They stride away in the Investec Derby, and our channel is the first one to show. Kingfisher is also showing speed, and in the early stages Romsdale adopts a handy position. Australia's not too far behind the speed early on. Kingston Hill also being sent forward. Kieran Fallon pushing True Story up on the inside, trying to get a position from that inside gate, smooth through into about 7th, just ahead of Ebanoran, who races alongside A-Rod. Australia is now just being taken back to sit in midfield. Pinzolo comes next, just ahead of Geoffrey Chaucer as they continue to climb the hill. The pace is no more than a steady one at this stage. Pinzolo's quite well back, Impulsive Moment well back, with Orchestra towards the tail. Red Galileo is another who is towards the back of the field. So our channel it is who's cutting out the running in the Derby from Kingfisher in the white cap. The grey Kingston Hill is poised in 3rd place with True Story, who got as close as 4th, disputing that position with Sudden Wonder and Romsdale, who's a little bit wider out on the racecourse. Ebanoran tracks those in 7th on the outside of A-Rod, who's found the rail. Australia still just about midfield. The purple jacket and cap on the outside of him is Fascinating Rock at this stage as they prepare now to begin the swing left-handed. Impulsive Moment and Western Him are quite well back in the field, with Geoffrey Chaucer also well back, and Red Galileo continues to be the back marker, just preceded by Orchestra. But it's a steady pace being dictated here by Silvestre de Souza on our channel. Kingfisher is yet to press him in 2nd place as they begin now to move down the hill. They're now beginning just to increase the effort, and now back in 3rd place Kingston Hill. In 4th the blue jacket of True Story, then Romsdale. Ebanoran races next. Australia getting closer down the outside. Behind these towards the inside, A-Rod is also beginning to improve, and A-Rod is being followed through by Western Him, then Fascinating Rock, Geoffrey Chaucer. Sudden Wonder's lost a little bit of ground. It's our channel pressed by Kingfisher, who've extended away, passing the 3. Kingston Hill best place of the principals. In 3rd place Australia coming down the centre, then True Story. Arad comes next. Behind these Romsdale and Ebanoran as they make their way now up the home straight, and it's Australia who moves through with Kingston Hill. These two forge on in the Investec Derby. They go away. Arad has moved through to dispute 3rd place with Romsdale, then Ebanoran. They race now down with a furlong to go. It's Australia who is out in front. Kingston Hill in 2nd place, and it is Australia forging clear by a length or so. Kingston Hill is trying to rally. It was written in the stars, a day of destiny, and Australia follows in her parents' footsteps and wins an Epsom Classic.
Continuing the Ballydoyle match for the 3rd year running, the favourite Australia delivered a scintillating performance to take home the Derby, with a length and a quarter to spare over Kingston Hill, with John Goston's Romsdale taking the 3rd. Australia handed trainer Aidan O'Brien a historic hat-trick, making it the first time a trainer had ever saddled the famous flat racing classic winner 3 years running. It was a special moment for owner Lord Derby, as he became the first member of his family to breed a winner since 1993 champion Hyperion. Australia is sired by 2001 Derby winner Silver Stars and is out of 2004 Oaks winner Ouija Board. With a pedigree like this to boast of, it is no surprise then that Australia was born a Derby winner.
Well, that was running of the Epsom Oaks 2014 and Epsom Derby 2014 as well. With that, it's the end to the England leg of this episode. Don't go anywhere. We'll bring you all the action from the 3rd leg of the American Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes 2014. Indeed, very special this year. Thank you for staying with us on the Winning Post powered by the Serum Institute of India, and welcome back. I'm Chaiti Narula. From England, we head straight over to the United States of America and take a look at the 3rd leg of the American Triple Crown. After the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, here comes the Belmont Stake 2014.
The final and most demanding leg of the US Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes, is a Group 1 race open to 3-year-old thoroughbreds. The race is aptly named the Test of the Champion, with the added distance proving too difficult for most. 5 weeks after the Kentucky Derby and 3 weeks after the Preakness Stakes, the horses are at the ready once again, this time to race down the 1.5-mile track at Belmont Park in Elmont, New York. In the year 1973, Secretariat created history. The Triple Crown winner holds the 1.5 mile stakes record of 2 minutes 24. Affirmed was the last one to win the American Triple Crown in the year 1978.
Affirmed under a left-hand whip. Alidar on the outside driving. Affirmed and Alidar heads apart. Affirmed's got a nose in front as they come onto the wire. At the finish is going to be dead tight. Alidar is second. Steve Coffin salutes the crowd.
This year's running on June 7th comprised a field of 11 runners, which included California Chrome, who was the 12th horse since 1979, bidding for the Triple Crown, having already landed the first 2 legs. The Art Sherman-trained California Chrome, ridden by Victor Espinoza, came into the race having already beaten 6 of the day's rivals in either the Kentucky Derby or the Preakness Stakes, which included the William Gowan-trained Ride-on Curlin, ridden by John Velasquez, who is the son of Curlin, who was beaten in a photo finish here in Belmont and is the sire of last year's winner. Ride-on Curlin looks sure to relish the longer trip, having finished runner-up in the Preakness Stakes. Another 2 with a chance of upsetting California Chrome's hopes of making history were Tonalist, ridden by Christophe Clement, partnered by Joel Rosario, and Todd Pletcher's Commissioner, partnered by Javier Castellano, who ran first and second respectively in a Group 2 race here last month. Wicked Strong from James Jerkins' yard, who was fancied to take home the Kentucky Derby but gave the Preakness a miss, too was one who was fresher than the rest and would take advantage of that with Rajiv Marag on his back.
Well, they're off in the Belmont Stakes, and California Chrome has a very good start. Samrod also up and after the lead, and Commissioner is close too as they race for the turn. General A-Rod is on the far outside. Now Victor Espinoza is going to get California Chrome to the rail in the lead, and an unexpected early challenge comes from Commissioner on the outside, and now Commissioner will take over. And California Chrome will be second early. General A-Rod is third to the outside. Wicked Strong is fourth. Then comes Medal Count fifth along the rail, followed by Tonalist. A 24 seconds flat opening quarter mile. It's 3 lengths back to Ride-on Curlin. And then toward the inside comes Matterhorn, Commanding Curve. And at the back of the field, Matuzak and Samrod. And they make their way to the backstretch, and it's Commissioner who leads the way. And General A-Rod is second as they head on to the backstretch. Tonalist is third. And now California Chrome will be on the rail, and he's in behind horses. He hasn't been in this position yet in the Derby or Preakness. He's 3 lengths off the lead up the backstretch. Wicked Strong is ridden along to go with him. Then Medal Count to the inside, and they're being followed next by Ride-on Curlin. They continue through a half mile in 48 and 2/5 seconds. It has not been a fast pace, and Commissioner continues to lead the way. General A-Rod is second, and Tonalist is third. California Chrome is fourth, and he's on the outside of Medal Count, and now Medal Count takes fourth. California Chrome has been taken to the outside now, and he's within 3 lengths of the lead as they run 3/4 of a mile in 1 minute 12 and 4/5 seconds. Around the far turn, Commissioner on the inside, General A-Rod, Tonalist. California Chrome is still fourth, but he is beginning to move on the far outside. Medal Count is behind them as Commissioner makes the lead to the top of the stretch. General A-Rod is second. Tonalist, California Chrome, he's on the far outside. He is 4 wide, and they're into the stretch. It's General A-Rod, Tonalist. Here's California Chrome on the far outside, and he's a furlong from immortality. He is up on the outside of Commissioner. Here's Wicked Strong in the center of the track. Commissioner, California Chrome on the outside. Tonalist, Commissioner. It won't be a Triple Crown this year. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, and Tonalist got there. Tonalist has won the Belmont Stakes. He has defeated Commissioner. Wicked Strong and Medal Count were next, and California California Chrome, in his quest for a triple crown, finishes 5th today at Belmont Park.
California Chrome was denied the chance to complete the trifecta and create history as Tonalist edged out Commissioner with a late burst to steal the victory by a head. Commissioner was followed by Medal Count, who took the third. California Chrome's disappointing defeat could be pinned down to a few minor injuries he sustained during the race. Ride On Curlin failed to finish the race. With California Chrome's bid for the Triple Crown officially over, we will have to wait until next year's race at Churchill Downs to see if another horse will attempt a run at greatness.
Well, what an action-packed episode that was, from the running of the Epsom Derby 2014 to the Belmont Stakes as well 2014. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have on this weekend's episode of The Winning Post, powered by the Serum Institute of India. If you've missed something, we're on YouTube. Catch us on www.youtube.com/Winning Post Racing. For regular expert tips and analysis on horse racing, catch this handle at the Rach Mohit Lalwani on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. Until the team Winning Post sees you next week again with all the horse racing action as promised, may the horse be with you.